Welcome to week 68, my 68th week of updating you guys on my health journey, my journey on Mounjaro, my journey to better myself, my overall journey in life. Welcome guys, my name is Patrice, The.patrice.denise. I'm on a journey to live a healthy, sustainable life, one day at a time, one step at a time, and just been chronicling my journey through it all, through life. Now just, trying to be a better me, but also sharing, my health journey, my journey on Mounjaro. Mounjaro is a medication used to control and manage type 2 diabetes. Information on that is in the description box below, so you can click on their website. And I'm pretty sure you have heard about Mounjaro and the different weight loss injections, especially right now, because Oprah just came out with a great, well, so far I say it's great because I've only watched the first 20 minutes of it. That was during my cardio this morning, and I want to sit down and actually watch the last part of it. I think it's like 25 more minutes left that I have to watch. I want to sit down and actually watch it because I want to take notes. So far, just watching the first 20 minutes of it, yeah, it brought back some feelings. It brought back some emotions. It brought back a spark. It did bring back a spark. But I am on the 7.5 milligram dose of Mounjaro, and I inject now every 10 days. Remember, I am not a doctor. I am not a pharmacist. I'm not someone trying to tell you how to give yourself your medication. Remember to talk with your doctor, your physician, about how you should take the medication, whatever type of medication you're on, or whatever type of plan of care that you're on. If you're not on any weight loss medication or diabetic medication, just in your plan of care in general, make sure you talk to your doctor about what's best for you before you make any changes. So definitely take note of that. But I gave myself my last 7.5 milligram dose on March the 12th. I will inject again on this Friday, March the 22nd. And I weigh myself once a month now. And, well, I document my weight once a month. Right. I sometimes I just want to see what it is. But my last documented weight was 159.2 pounds. I was on February 28th. And my next weigh-in that I will document and share with you guys will be on next week on March 27th. And I will share my weight with you guys, and hopefully I am staying on track. And because this is my maintenance mode right now, I'm not really trying to, well, put it like this, I'm not trying to lose weight, but if you know, my daughter and I are in this health program, and he does want us to lose 1% body fat. So within the next month from when we started, so that's got two or three more weeks left. So I'll see where I'm at with that when I update with him. But for my purpose of Mounjaro wise, I'm not actively trying to lose weight. I guess I don't know how to put that, but yeah, that's what it is. I do share my blood sugars, my fasting blood sugars, and I check my blood sugars every day, and that have been staying on track. The outlier I had this week was 104, and that was on March the 16th. March the 16th was Saturday. So that was Saturday. Was that Saturday? Yes, Saturday morning. So what happened Friday? Friday. I can't remember what happened Friday. Let me look at my calendar. I'm not sure. I'm definitely not sure what happened Friday, but it is what it is. That was my blood sugar, 104. But the other days was in the mid 80s and then in the mid 90s. So overall, still well controlled. Even that 104, that's still a good blood sugar, nothing to fret about. I do show or share my habit tracker, and we're going to talk about a habit tracker here in a second. Let me get them. 1 second. I started recording this video in here because I'm about to leave to go to a homegoing service for a friend of mine's father. So I wanted to record this video real quick before I left. But habit-wise, so we're concentrating on the days of March the 14th through today, March the 20th. And so that's the R right there, basically the middle of the A down to the R of March. And for my prayer journal, writing down my, can y'all see that? Writing down my prayers every day. I did do that every day this week. Very eye-opening revelations, confirmations, just speaking with God closely, that does something. Being able to write it out and then look back at it and read what you wrote like the day prior or the days before, that really, really, really is eye-opening and just gives you the confirmations that you need. And then for Bible study, you'll know that I am reading in the book, focusing on the woman in the Bible. And last week I talked about Deborah and her heroism, her being a judge. And then this week I ended up reading about, I finished reading about Jael, Jael. Deborah prophesies that Jael would be the woman that actually defeats their oppressors. So the Israelites were being oppressed by the Canaanites, and Deborah had prophesied that Jael would be the one to, I want to say like that, but yes, she did. She actually killed Sisera, and Sisera, he was the commander, the general of the Canaanite army, and Barak was the one leading the Israelites. Remember, the Israelites, they didn't have all that fancy weapons and things that the Canaanites had, and they actually defeated the Canaanites. Sisera, he was the commander for the Canaanites, and he fled. He ran away. He thought he was running to safety. But he ran into the hands of Jael. Jael told him, "Come on into my tent. Come on." And he was like, give me some water. She did him one up. She gave him some milk, and she made him feel comfortable. She made him feel welcomed, and in the end, she did defeat him by driving one of the things that holds the tent down. She drove that into him, and she defeated him. Now, they had it was some controversy with that while I was reading the commentary, and killing someone and being held up high for that. Yes, that's not necessarily a good thing. We don't want to ever think about killing anyone, but she just had a special part in allowing the Israelites to be free. So that's why she was held high as a woman of valor, because she went against what her husband, he was for the Canaanites. He was like on their side, and that's why Sisera believed that it was okay for him to go into her tent. And usually men don't go into the women's tents. That was not the right thing to do at that time. But so he thought, okay, if I go in here, nobody will look for me. But he didn't know that actually that woman right there was going to be the one who defeated him. But she was held to the woman being a woman of valor because she stood for what she stood for. She was for the Lord. She was on his side, and she went through what she did in order to help to conquer the Canaanites. Now, this week I am reading about Hannah and Miriam. I haven't started Miriam just yet, but Hannah, I just finished up with Hannah. And Hannah, she was barren. She couldn't. A lot of the women in the Bible, they weren't able to have children. In the Old Testament, they weren't able to have children, and that was a prized thing to do, is to bear children, because it kept the lineage of the family going on, especially if you had sons. And so she prayed to God. She was ridiculed by her husband's other wife, because you can't have children, I can have children. So she was being ridiculed. But instead of lashing back out, instead of trying to get revenge, she went and prayed to God. So that's a lesson right there in itself. Is if we have something going on, we have someone trying to oppress us or doing things that they shouldn't be doing, don't necessarily try to lash out first go to God. Go to God first and pray about it. And she did, and he answered her prayers. Now, another thing to learn from her is that don't go to God like with a bargain. God, if you do this, I'll do this. If you do this, I'll do this, because God might take you up on that now. Then he definitely did that with Hannah. So she prayed to God that if you let me have a son, I will give that son back to you and allow him to serve you all the days of his life. And she had to do just that. So she had a son, Samuel, and she gave him back to God. So Samuel, his life was like spent not with his mother and father, but with Eli the priest, and learning to serve God. So definitely be careful about bargaining with God. And sometimes we can get into our prayer, God, please do this for me, please do that for me. If you do this, I'll do this. If you do this, I'll stop that. But you got to be ready to fulfill that promise. He fulfills the promises that he provides to us, so we have to fulfill any promise that you say, or that you make it known to God. You got to fulfill it. So be careful. Be careful. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm talking to myself, y'all. Y'all know how I do. I talk to myself. But, so I'm finishing up with Hannah and going over to Miriam soon. So that's for Bible study. My personal reading time, I am reading Atomic Habits. I have about 4 more chapters left, and I'll be finished with that. My hope is to finish that in the next couple of days, 4 days, because I do a chapter a day or so. But as you can see, I did miss some days. So here's the month of March. And ironically enough, in the last 2 chapters that I've read, chapter 16 talks about habit tracking and how it affects our habits. And I can truly say that it talks about like being able to color. I don't think it's actually said color, but being able to actually mark something off or write something in your habit tracker that you did that habit helps to motivate you. And I can truly say that using these trackers has definitely motivated me to keep on, because I get upset with myself when I see these white spaces. I get upset. Now, sometimes I have a reason for these white spaces. Sometimes I can't do that habit in that day, and that's okay. But one of the things that he did say, it was written, he said, someone said, or he made the quote, I forgot, but it said, don't miss twice. And I heard that before at the women's conference that I was at a couple months ago. Yeah, it was in January. Don't miss twice. So I did a couple of these times, like this week, the 17th and the 16th, so Saturday and Sunday, I didn't read both days. So if you miss, try not to miss twice. So that you'll keep that momentum going. Keep that momentum going. So I'm talking to myself again. I missed twice there. In some other spots in March, I missed twice. But try not to miss twice if you can with your habits, because you'll kind of lose that momentum. So it's okay. It's okay if you miss, but try not to miss twice, because it messes up that momentum. So that was chapter 16. And then in chapter 17, it talks about an accountability partner. And that's where I have you guys. I thank you for being my accountability partners, because without you guys keeping me motivated and allowing me to pour into you, it just keeps me motivated and keeps me going on, keeps me, I need to report back to them. I need to, show them. And not to say that I have to show you guys, but it just helps to motivate me to continue on. So thank you for being my accountability partners. I appreciate you guys. All right, so personal reading. And okay, my water intake, before I go into my water intake, I did print off something. Let me show you. I don't know where I got this, but it was last night. I was on, it had to be either Instagram or Facebook, because now I printed it off. I was like, where did I get this? But someone made this, and maybe Google Atomic Habits, and I mean, if I need to, I can share it with you guys. If you want me to email you, just email me and I'll share it with you. But it kind of broke down Atomic Habits and the different topics that was discussed in Atomic Habits, and how to, and I don't know, it doesn't have like a label at the bottom for me to say who it belongs to, but I would like to give credit to who credit is due. Now they have this symbol here, so maybe that's the person, but I'm not sure. Y'all see that? But it just shows like habit tracker. See, that's the one that I just finished reading about. Y'all see that? Habit tracker. And just how to create habits and to keep them, make it automatic. Create an environment that is conducive for those habits. Sometimes you need that immediate satisfaction. Personal loyalty program. Right. Water intake. Yes, I did drink my water every day. So that was that. And I drank at least 80 ounces of water. I need to get on it today because I have not started with my water yet today. And then physical activity. The only day that I did not do physical activity was Saturday. However, I did meet my step goal, which was 9,120 all of last week. And then here on Monday, it changed to now 10,000. And so I met my step goal for the last 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. And, but back to Saturday, I didn't exercise, but I still met my step goal because I worked at my part-time job and I, walking around. And then fasting, blood sugar, I just talked about those. I did check those every day this week. So that is a nutshell of my week and, the different habits that I'm tracking and how I'm doing. Overall, I feel like I'm doing okay. I do need to focus back on nutrition. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys. So I did my meal. I hadn't meal prep in a long time. I did do a meal prep and that will show on Saturday. I kind of gave you a sneak peek of it the other day. But nutrition, I do need to focus back on nutrition. So my breakfast and my lunches are going good this week. Dinner, I say dinner is going okay. So like on Monday I had the lima beans. Yesterday we had Taco Tuesday. Tonight, I need to take something out. What did we say we're going to eat tonight? I need to take some meat out. And then moving on, my husband did show me. Let me show you this. He showed me this. He sent me this. And I said, oh, I can probably make that like Friday. Doesn't this look good? It's a stuffed bell pepper, but it's more like a taco kind of seasoning to it. So it has one package of that Nor taco rice, and then it has 1 can of Rotel drained, some Mexican cheese. So I told him I'll probably make that like Friday. But yes, I have something coming up, and it's kind of taking, like I'm kind of like anticipating it coming up, and it's not taking away my focus. Like I don't have to do anything really for this thing that's coming up, but it is kind of taking away my focus because I'm just like ready to get to it. So I'll definitely share that with you guys soon, what's coming up. But after I do that, this thing that's coming up, I definitely will be back into my nutrition like I should. Definitely. And plus, because our coach on our health program, he is going to introduce nutrition next week. So yes, I definitely will be into my nutrition more and more starting in April. Think what else? How are you doing? Definitely let me know in the comments below how you're doing, how your week has went. We have a lot of new people, and I thank you for joining with us. Let us know in the comments below if you're on a diabetic or weight loss medication, which one it is, how you're doing, which dose you're on, how it's going. Also in the comments below, if you're not on any of that, that is quite all right, because we still want to know about your journey in life, your financial journey, because I am on a financial journey right now. I was just talking to a girlfriend. We're texting back and forth. She texts me, and thank you. You know who you are. So I thank you. I love it. She was telling me, just some things, and we were texting back and forth, and she has lost 20 pounds so far. So we're going to congratulate her. She has lost 20 pounds so far, and that's exciting. And and I was just talking with her and texting her about that Oprah special, and telling her to watch that, and she did. And also, she's doing a no buy this next month. And what that is basically, if it's not in your budget, if you didn't budget it out, you can't buy it. So you're saving money that way. So like no buy with food, like eating out. You got to get groceries, but like eating out, unless it's within a budget. So if you know you had like something coming up, you can go ahead and budget that in to like a gathering or whatever. You can go ahead and budget that in. But like unexpected things, like just dropping by McDonald's or dropping by a fast food restaurant and buying something, that would be, you would be messing up your no buy. Or like clothes and different things like that. So she's doing a no buy in April. I'm gonna try my best to do it too, because I want to do a no buy or low buy for the next 3 months, April, May, and June, so that I can save, pay some things off, and then in July we are going on a cruise, so that's going to require us to spend money. But yes, so how are you doing? Like I said, any of your journeys, health, life in general, financial, mental, spiritual, how are you doing? I want to know. Put it in the comments below. Let's celebrate and congratulate and motivate each other. Keep inspiring each other to continue on. This video has been long enough. Sorry to take up so much of your time today, but when I start talking to you guys, I just feel so comfortable talking to you guys, and I thank you, and I thank you, and I thank you. So I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys, and God bless.